शेषार्यवं शकलयशोधरिपूर्णचन्द्रं श्रीमन्नृसिंह गुरुवर्यपदाब्जभृङ्गं श्रीमन् अनन्तगुरुवर्य सुतं गुणाब्धिं सम्पत्कुमारगुरुवर्यमहं प्रपद्ये. Today's subject matter of discussion is the fourth chapter of the Gita, covering 42 slokas, and is named as Jnana Yoga. But all we speak is on Karma Yoga. What is this paradox? Karma Yoga leads to Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga leads to Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga leads to Prapatti Yoga. So it is like a ladder. Who are you? I am made up of three items: the body, matter, and soul. That is, the body is matter, soul and God are the two other tattvas, basic elements, truth to be understood. Tattva means truth. I have a body with all instruments attached to it. And inside there is a Jivatma who is called as Pratyagatma or individual soul. And the ruler is Paramatma, Krishna Paramatma, Parabrahma, or Paranjyoti, whatever name you call it, the universal soul. Now, I must know I am made of these three things, namely matter called as Jagat, world, soul, the individual self, Jivatma, and Paramatma, the ultimate ruler who guides everyone as a silent witness, Mukha Sakshi. He will not speak unless there is an absolute need. But there are bhaktas who have spoken to him also. One such is Tirupichanambi, who used daily talk with Achamurti Varadaraja in Kanchipuram, Varadara Swami Temple. Varadaraja means Varam Dadati Varadaha. Whatever you ask, he will grant the boon. But speaking is a special boon which was conferred on Tirukachanambi, one of the teachers of Ramanuja. What he got, his questions are answered without questioning. In the sense, without asking the question. Varadaraja tells the question he had in his mind and also the answers, which is known as Tirukachanambi's Aru Vartai. I told you occasionally once, God will not speak in Akshavatara, but there is an exception. Every rule has an exception. So, what is to be known? What is to be known is I am made up of these three elements called as tattvas. The knowledge of which is given in Sankhya Yoga, that is given in second chapter in 20 stanzas. First 20 stanzas. After completion of Arjuna Vishaka in 10 stanzas. So up to 1 to 30 in second chapter, we have Sankhya Yoga, which means it explains what is this Atma, how is it made up of, and body, God. All these are three different elements. and you're different from the body. Atma is different. Atma has no doership, but Paramatma is the doer of the jobs that we are going to do. It's a difficult concept to be understood. That is why I'm telling again and again. We are guided by the Trigunas, namely Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Sattva, good deed, Rajas, activity, and slumberness, that is Tamas. So, we are made up of these three elements, and Sankhya Yoga is starting second chapter, the introduction to Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga. Karma Yoga is explained in second chapter and is also continued in the fourth chapter, explained in third chapter, further explained in the fourth chapter. There are eight topics in this chapter. The first topic is about the parampara prapta of Karma Yoga. Parampara prapta means this is not told to me today. I have been telling this since Vaivasvatamana. Surya, Surya Narayana is a place where God dwells. So that the Surya was initiated to Karma Yoga by me. Then he told it to Vivaswan. Vivaswan told it to Manu. Like this, all kings had this knowledge. But as with the passage of time, it disappeared. In the sense, the knowledge was not permanently passed on from generation to generation. Now, the same thing I am telling. This is what it tells in first three shlokas. What does it say? Imam vivasvate yogam vottavanagamadhyayam vivasvan manave praga madurikshvakave bravi. So, four people, Krishna Paramatma, Vivasvan, Manu, Ikshvaku. Like this, it is from that genealogy, Evam Parampara Praptam, Imam Radarishayo Viduhu. All sages in the clan of kings knew this because the protector were kings in those days. Therefore, they had to have their eyes on all sides in the sense for everything they used, it was under their control. With the passage of time, Sakale Meghamahata Yogo Nashta Param Tapa, this Karma Yoga was lost with the passage of time. Tage Bhajam Maya Tetya, the same Karma Yoga, Yoga Prokta Puratana, that old Karma Yoga which I had told long back to Vivaswam, the sun god, same thing I'm repeating for you because you are my devotee, you are my friend, and I am telling you the topmost secret which is most valuable. Bhakto zime saka cheti rahasyam yetaduttamam. You are my bhakta, you are my sakha, and this is most secretive, rahasyam, and this is uttama. Uttama Purushastanyah Paramatmetyudaharta, coming from Uttama Purusha Bhagavan. So immediately he gets a doubt. Swami, Krishna Paramatma, Aparam Bhavato Janma, Param Janma Vivaswataha. Vivaswan was born 20 Chaturgas earlier. You are now here as Krishna Paramatma. Kathane tadvijaniyam tomadau proktavaniti. How can I think that you have told it to them and same thing is repeating? Were you there at that time also? There is a question. You are younger than Vivaswan, the sun god. How then am I to understand that you taught this yoga in the beginning? Let's say doubt. If Paramatma or Tittayam is everything, somebody asks how, please explain. Same thing is asked. See Bhagavan Vacha answers Bhagavan. Muhu nime vipeethani janmani tavacharjuna. You are also born. I am also giving birth. In sense, I am also coming every now and then. I have taken many births. You have also taken many births. Tanyagam Veda Sarvani. I know this completely. Natvam Vettavarantava. You do not know. You are a Jivatma. I am Paramatma. My element is also there in you. Therefore, I will tell you how I am being born. That is called as Avatara Rahasya. Ajo Visannavyayatma Bhutanam Ishvaro Visan Ajaha. I have no birth like you. You are born out of your karma. I am not born. I am not going to take an incarnation due to karma. Ajaha, avyayatma. There is no expenditure. Every time you are born, you are spending something. But I don't spend anything. Avyaya. But and also Bhutanam Yeshwaro Sanna. I am the master of all. In spite of this, even though I am not ordained to be born, Prakritim Swam Adhisthaya. Based upon this world, Prakriti Sambhavami Atma Mayaya. Out of my own Maya. Maya Vajanam Jnanam. Meaning, Maya means out of my own knowledge. I am reborn. What for? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirбhavati bharata abhyutthanam-dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in dharma, there is righteousness, O Arjuna, an uprising of adharma, then I incarnate myself. Paritranaya sadhuram vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthavanarthaya sambhavani yuge yuge. For the protection of the virtuous and extirpation of the wicked and for establishing dharma, I am born from age to age, yuga to yuga. Born also for extirpation of those opposed to my devotees and restoring Vedic dharma, comprising my worship. Although this is secondary, the main purpose is to reveal his adorable forms to enable all to worship him. Yugas like Krita, Treta, Dwapara, and Kali. These do not restrict the divine incarnations. Vijayika जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम् एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति सोऽर्जुन. He who knows thus my divine birth and activities is not reborn after leaving the body, but he comes to me. He will have no rebirth. One who knows that my avatara, incarnation, is divine, divya. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tattvataha. Thus, who understands me thus as not given to birth, caused by Triguna, Prakriti, which produces evil bondage, characterized by Sarveshwaratva, Sarvajñatva, and Satyasankalpatva of true resolve and the auspicious qualities, protecting virtuous and destroying the evil ones. That is, he who knows truly my actions, supernatural, as also special to me. He, after relinquishing his present body, will never be born, but will attain me only. Knowing my divine births and acts, all his sins which obstruct his taking refuge in me are destroyed. He reaches me in this birth itself because all his sins are washed off. No, by knowing this. So, Rita Bhaya Krodha Manmayamamupashchita Bahavo Jnana Tapasa Utavat Bhavanakata. Completely freed from desire, fear, and anger, absorbed in me, depending on me, purified by the penance of knowledge, many have attained my state, Sayujya, Samipya, Sarupya, and Salokya. All these have been attained. Meaning, penance has been done by so many rishis, so many sages regarding this, and have attained my status. In the sense, my place, that is Vaikuntha. Now, this is Avatara Rahasya told by him. And the last sentence or sloka about this is Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamyaham mama vartmanuvartante manushya partha sarvashadha. Arjuna, howsoever they seek me, even so do I favor them. Men seek me alone in different ways. That is, it's not just that I protect those who take recourse to me as incarnations, gods, men, etc. All those who take refuge in me, however they want, that is in line with their inclinations, I reveal myself to them as desired by them. Why talk more? All those having the express wish of following me do experience my form in whatever way they wished, and with their own eyes and other sense organs. ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तांस्तथैव भजाम्यहम्. Now, this puts an end to that avatar rahasya. Why God is born? Arjuna had a doubt that Krishna was born this decade, and some 24 Chaturjugas before Vyaswan was born. So to tell that I am also born, you are also born, I take incarnations for to satisfy three things, that is Paritranaya Sadhuna, Vinanashaya Duskritam, or Dhammasamsthavanartha, three objectives of my incarnations. We don't call it as God's birth, we call it as God's incarnation. So, those who seek the fruits of their ritualistic acts do sacrifice to the gods here. Quickly, of course, success results for such acts in the world of men. Kankshantah karmanam siddhim yajanta iha devataha kshipram bhimanushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. Vedas are divided into three parts: Karmakanda, Devata-kanda, and Jnana-kanda. Jnana-kanda refers to Brahma Sutras and Upanishads. Karmakanda refers to all activities undertaken for purposes of your living. Meaning you have to do karma. There is karma yoga, what you are doing. Nitya karma, Naimitya karma, Kamya karma. All these are there in the Karmakanda of 12 chapters of called as Purva Mimamsa, written by Vyasa Maharishi, who is an incarnation of Narayana, Amshavatara, we say. But in between Karmakanda and Brahmakanda, there is some Devata Kanda. Who are these Devatas? These Devatas grant boons to whoever who ask. If you want to worship water god, Varana Mantra, Agni god, Agni Mantra. So all Ashtakipvarkas and all Devatas, there are about 33 crores Devatas. And everybody there is a mantra. And it is only by praying to him you can get whatever you require. There is a mantra for all of them to propitiate and get things done. So, Kangshantaha Karmanam Siddhim, expecting the return for their prayer, Devataha Yajanta Iha. They all people worship Devatas, these demigods we call them. And they immediately confirm boons. Kshipram Bhimanushe Loke Siddhir Bhavati Karmaja. That is, those who see the fruits of their ritualistic acts do sacrifice to the gods here. Quickly, of course, success results for such acts in the world of men. चातुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टं गुणकर्मविभागशः तस्य कर्तारमपि मां विद्यकर्तारमव्ययम्. The system of four stations of human society was created by me based on distinctions of gunas and karma. Though I am the creator of the system, know me as non-agent and immutable. Namam कर्माणि लिम्पन्ति न मे कर्मफले स्पृहा इति मां योऽभिजानाति कर्मभिर्न समध्यते कर्मभिर्न sabadhyate. Since I have no cravings for fruits of actions, actions do not contaminate me. He who knows me thus is not bound by actions. Namam karmani limpanti. Veiled actions like creation, mam nalimpanti, means they do not bind me. The distinction in creation like men, God, etc. are not my handiwork, but by good and evil karmas of created beings. I am not the author of varied creations when the acquired and inherent aspects are discriminated. Created embodied selves, having bodies, organs in line with their own karmas, emanating from attachment to fruits, experience all enjoyments in creation. And for them, there is desire for the result of creation, karmas, but no desire in me for it. Namam karmani limpanti, name karma phale spurva. एवं ज्ञात्वा कृतं कर्म पूर्वैर्विमुक्षुभिः कुरु कर्मैव तस्मात् त्वं पूर्वैः पूर्वतरं कृतम्. Knowing this, even ancient seekers of liberation perform. Therefore, do your work only as the ancients performed in olden times. How did they perform? Paranthitva manishinaha. Kinkam kimakarmeti kavayopyatra mohitaha. Tatte karma pravekshami yajnatva mokshase shubha. What is action? What is inaction? Even the intelligent are puzzled over this question. I shall expound to you that kind of action, knowing which you will be freed from evil. So, without any confusion, know this action and inaction, karma and the karma. I will teach this to you to be freed from evil. Karmano yavibodhavyam bodhavyam cha vikarmanaha akarmanascha bodhavyam gahana karmano gatihi. What is to be known in action, and same way what ought to be known in multi-form action, vikarma, vividha karma, and what ought to be understood in non-action, akarma. Mysterious is the ways of action. All these things are to be known by you. Karmano hyavivodhavyam bodhavyam cha vikarmanaga akarmanascha bodhavyam gahana karmano gatihi karmanya karmaya pashyet अकर्मणि च कर्मणः सबुद्धिमान् मनुष्येषु संयुक्त कृष्ण कर्म कृत्. He who sees non-action in action, karmani akarmaya pashyet, and action in non-action, he is wise among men. He is fit to be liberated as he has performed all actions. Non-action was defined as knowledge of the self and distinct from action. Karma, action, a yoga. Akarma, knowledge, another yoga. Jnana yoga. The statement he who sees non-action in action and also action non-action signifies he who can see knowledge of the self as the action is taking place and see action during non-action, which is knowledge of the self. In other words, one can see by constantly contemplating on the truth about the self, that action being done is in itself a form of knowledge. Action in non-action, non-action in action. Karma, seeing jnana in karma and karma in jnana. That is, यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्धिताः ज्ञानाद्यदग्धकर्माणम् तमाहुः पण्डितम् बुधाः. Even the wise call him a sage, whose every undertaking is free from desire and delusion, identifying body with the self, whose actions are burnt up in the fire of knowledge. Jnana. Knowledge burns all actions. त्यक्त्वा कर्मफलासङ्गः. कर्मफलासङ्गम् नित्यतृप्तो निराश्रितः कर्मण्यभिप्रवृत्तोऽपि किञ्चित् करोति सघा. So, he who has developed attachment to the fruits of his actions, ever contented with the eternal self and dependent on none, he does not act at all, though fully engaged in action. निराशीर्यतचित्तात्मा त्यक्तसर्वपरिग्रहः शारीरं केवलं कर्म कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किल्बिषम्. Free from desire, having subdued his mind and intellect, giving up all objects of enjoyment, performing sheer bodily work only, he is not subject to evil. त्रैगुण्यविषयावेराः निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवार्जुना. He's going to tell it. So like that, he who works like that, he is not subject to evil. यदृच्छालाभसन्तुष्टो द्वन्द्वातीतो विमत्सरः समसिद्धालसिद्धौ च कृत्वापि न लभ्यते न निबध्यते. Content with gain, which comes of its own accord, raising about the pairs of opposites, free from ill, balanced in success and failure, though he acts, he is not bound. Yadrichālāvasantustah, labhalabhe jayajayau, one who has equanimity, he is not attached to karma. गतसङ्गस्य मुक्तस्य ज्ञानावस्थितचेतसः यज्ञायाचरः कर्म समग्रं प्रतिलीयते. One who is rid of attachment, who is free, whose mind is established in knowledge, who works merely for sacrifices, his karma melts away entirely. If you don't expect any fruit of action, you do it without desire, meaning Sattva Kalatyaga and Mamatatyaga. Such sacrifices, his karma melts away entirely. The man who does karma like that, it melts away. Melting the karma means Achiradi Marga, Gati, or process of emancipation to go to the higher realms. That is Parampara. Brahmarpanam Brahma Havihi. ब्रह्माग्नो ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्मकर्म समाधिना. Important. sloka for this fourth topic. That is, Brahman is the device to offer with. Brahman is the oblation. Brahman is the oblation offered into the fire of Brahman. Brahman alone is to be reached by him who meditates on him in his works. So, past, present, future, dujar, karanam, karma cha kartva cha. The work, the doer, and the instrument all refers to Brahman. Therefore, दैवमेवाभरे यज्ञं योगिनः पद्युपासते ब्रह्मात्मावपरे यज्ञं यज्ञेनैवोपजिह्वति. Topic is fifth topic. That is, whatever you do, that is yajna. In the sense, any prayer in any form is a yajna. And there are different types of yajnas that are performed. Some yogins duly offer sacrifice relating to gods. Others offer sacrifice into the fire of Brahman solely by means of sacrifice. श्रोत्रादीनिन्द्रियाण्यन्ये संयमाग्निः युक्वति शब्दादीन् विषयानन्या इन्द्रियाग्निः युक्वति. Different types of yajnas performed, vividha karmas. Others offer a sacrifice, hearing, and other senses into the fire of self-discipline. Some others again offer the objects and senses that have sound and the rest into the fires of the senses. Sarvani indriya karmani pranakarmani chapare atma sanyavayogagnam yukhvati jnana deepite. Any type of sacrifice you do that pleases God. Others sacrifice all the functions of their senses and the activity of the vital breaths as oblation into the fire of yoga of restraint of the mind kindled by knowledge. Pranapana, control. Dravyajnastapo yajna, yoga yajnastatha pare, swadhyaya jnana yajnascha, yavayasam shirodhata. Having accepted strict oaths and the firm resolve, others perform sacrifice with material possessions, dravyajna, donating. Others through austerities of yoga, that is, Patanjali yoga. Yet others in the form of scriptural study and knowledge, Vedadhyayana, Itihasadhyayana, like that. Apane juhvati pranam, prane param tathapare, pranapana gati duddha, pranayama parayana. Is another type of yajna. Others with restricted diet are devoted to breath control. Some sacrifice the inward breath in the outward breath. Others vice versa. Some others stopping both the inward and the outward breath, sacrifice the inward breaths and outward breaths. So there are different types of yoga practices described. अपरे नियताहाराः प्राणान् प्राणेषु जुह्वति सर्वेप्येते यज्ञविधो यज्ञक्षपिरकल्मषाः. All these performers who know the meaning of sacrifices and through sacrifices are cleansed of sinful reactions. Those who subsist on the nectar, the remnants from sacrifices, advanced to the eternal Brahman, Yajnashishtasinaha, that which is offered to the God Those who use it, they are called the Yajnashishta Ashinaha. That is, those who subsist on nectar, the remnants from sacrifice, advance to the eternal Brahman. Hmm. Yajnashishtam Mritabhajo Yanti Brahma Sanathanam Nayam Lokosta Yajnasya Utonyah Kuru Sattama. Those who enjoy the residue from sacrifice attain the eternal Brahma. O best of Kuru dynasty, the world is not for him who makes no sacrifice. How then the other world for them? No. Sacrifice should be done. Yajna should be done. एवं बहुविधा यज्ञ वितता ब्रह्मणो मुखे कर्मजान् विद्धितान् सर्वान् एवं ज्ञात्वा विमोक्ष्यसि. Many such forms of sacrifices have been set forth through Vedas, that is there in Karmakanda, as means of reaching Brahman, individual self in its own nature. Know that all these are born of actions, karma. Knowing thus you will be freed from bondage. This knowledge alone frees you from the bondage. Shreyan dravyamayan yajnat jnana yajna parantapa sarvam karma khilam partha jnane parisamapyate. He makes a comparison now. Oh, Shastra is the enemy. Shastra is the enemy. Reads Partha. Sacrifice through knowledge is superior to that performed with material things. For all actions without exception culminate in knowledge. Jnana yajna is the best yajna of all the yajnas. What we are doing? So, तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्षन्ति ते ज्ञानम् ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः. Know this by prostration to the seers, questioning them after rendering service to them. The seers who have realized the truth will instruct you in knowledge. यज्ञात्वा न पुनर्मोहम् एवं यास्यसि पाण्डव येन भूतान्यशेषेण द्रक्ष्यस्यात्मन् यथो मयि. Knowing this, you will not be deluded by ignorance in this way. O Arjuna, by that knowledge, you will see all living beings without exception in yourself and then in me. We are called as Badhachetanas, Nityam Suris and Muktatmas are called as Shuddha Chetanas. The Shuddha Chetana form as is called as Jnanananda Swarupi. It is the embodiment of knowledge and joy. That is, by that knowledge, you will see all living beings without exception in yourself and in me are the same category. Originally, all Shuddhatmas are Jnanandamaya, but with the attachment to these gunas, different types of characteristics are seen among individuals. So, Shuddhatma, all Shuddhatmas are the same regarding knowledge and joy, Jnananandamaya. अभिषेदसि पापेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः पापकृत्तमः सर्वं ज्ञानप्लवेनैव विज्जिनं सन्तरिष्यसि. Even if you are the foulest of all sinners, this raft of knowledge alone will cross over all sins. If you know so much, that is, jnanadina, jnanadivaggaha, jnanapravenaiva, vrijinam santarishyasi. With this boat of knowledge, it can transcend all difficulties, all sins. You will be clear of all sins. न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं यथैधांसि समिद्धोऽग्निः भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्चन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्जुन. Just like the blazing fire turning firewood to ashes, Arjuna, so also does the fire of knowledge burn all karma into ashes. न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रं यग विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति. In this world, there is no purifier equal to knowledge. He who has perfected himself in Karma Yoga finds this knowledge of his own accord in himself in due course of time. श्रद्धावान् लभते ज्ञानं तत्परः संयतेन्द्रियः ज्ञानं लब्ध्वा परां शान्तिम् अचिरेणाधिगच्छति. Who he who has mastered his senses has faith and is intent on its attains knowledge. Having attained it, he attains supreme peace. Achiran param shantin, supreme peace. He also gets it. अज्ञश्चाष्टधरानश्च संशयात्मा विनश्यति नायं लोकोऽस्ति न परो न सुखं संशयात्मनः. He who lacks discrimination is faithless and possessed of doubt. He perishes. For the doubting there is neither this world nor the other world, nor even happiness. So we should be discriminatory. That is, such an one not only loses this material world, also the next world, when he cannot achieve dharma, artha, moksha, fulfillments. Here, how can he reach the supreme release? The purpose of human life, as enunciated by Shastras through actions prescribed, calls for firm conviction that self is distinct from the body. One who has doubting mental disposition towards this self cannot achieve even a little happiness. Yoga sanyasta karmanam jnana sanchinna samshayam atmavantam na karmani vivatnanti dhananjaya. Arjuna, actions do not bind him who has renounced them through karma yoga and whose doubts have been torn to shreds by knowledge and who therefore possesses steady mind. So, knowledge, jnanadni dagdha karmana, can kill all types of sins. Tasmat ajnana sambhutam kristam jnanasinaatmanah chitvayanam samshayam yogam atishthotishta bharata. Therefore, slash to pieces with the sword of knowledge this doubt present in your heart, emanating from ignorance from this about the self. Practice this yoga and stand up for the fight. That is, one who, through the instructions and as renounced actions through Karma Yoga, and who has told to shreds all doubts concerning the self by knowledge in itself, and is of stable mind, unshakable. Such an one will not be bound by innumerable past karmas, causing bondage. Hence, after slashing into pieces the doubts concerning the self by a sword of knowledge of self, which emanated from ignorance, built up over meaningless past, and lodged in the heart, practice karma as instructed by me. O Arjuna, rise up to fight. Asmagradamaram Yadishekaramatyamam Lakshmi Vallabhavariyam Vande Guru Paramparam